Good morning, and welcome back to day 2 of Digital Dungeons Academy's summer extra life streams. My name is Lily Gecko, and we are kicking off day 2 with Pathfinder 2nd Edition one shot. Today we are joined with a wonderful crew of players. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves and your characters, let's start with the top of the little token list. We'll start with Magnus.
Uh, Magnus is playing a seaweed lushy named Lushy, who communicates in grunts and caveman noises and is a seaweed lushy animated suit of plate armor champion.
We will move to Erie. Erie, introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Iriana. Fans of the Digital Dungeons Academy Twitch will recognize me from the Legacy of Ruin stream. Today I'm playing Captain Jane Nightingale, an Azarketi swashbuckler.
Yeah. We'll move on down to RM.
Hi, today for this one shot I'm playing Azarketi, an Azarketi bard who tries to go around the surface world and just explain the wonders of the underwater life and try and recruit people to come and visit. They're sort of I guess, like a tour guide or, sort of a recruiter for coming down underwater. Not a lot of luck so far, but they're trying.
Caitlin.
Awesome. My name's Caitlin. I am playing Julius the Dampier. He is an old man researcher, wizard, and here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh my gosh. And to round up our little crew, we have Ellie.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm playing Gabs, who's an orc barbarian with an Undine heritage. She's Captain Jane Nightingale's loyal first mate.
Awesome. Yeah. We will begin our adventure. It is the middle of summer. It is wonderful weather. You're relatively newer formed adventuring crew. This is a third level party for Twitch Chat's knowledge. Um, yeah, you're a relatively newer formed adventuring party. You've just finished up a mission, and adventuring is hard work, and you guys deserve a vacation. And so you guys decide we've had uh, we've had enough work. We've done things. We've killed and defeated, and we deserve a vacation. And so you guys decide to go to the beach for a lovely day getaway. And we'll move over to the beach.
You know what us pirates call it? Some R&R.
Ellie.
I love
Someone's not getting a lay on hands.
But yeah, you guys arrive at the beach. The water is clear. The sky is clear. It's a beautiful day outside. Like the waves are crashing gently on shore. It's beautiful, it's warm outside, and you guys finally get some time to relax after a long and hard adventure.
I don't like it. All the waves are a little too wavy. And the birds, you see these birds? I don't trust them.
Gabs sprints, full sprints into the water.
Yeah, Gabs, as you kind of sprint off into the water, the water's cool to the touch. It's feels great. It probably takes about to like here for you to actually be able to kind of dip into actual swimming distance. There's like some little schools of fish swimming around. Oh, and we have just received a $25 donation, so you guys are all starting off with 2 hero points now.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's some little schools of fish kind of swimming around a little bit. Here, I'm gonna.
I now have
Unpause.
2 opportunities to mess up.
Chase the
Perfect.
fish.
All according
For
to
fun.
plan.
And I call back, all clear here, Captain.
I still don't like it. There's something afoot.
If
Perhaps
it
it's my
makes you feel
teeth.
better, I will talk to the fish and see if they've seen anything suspicious. Also, I haven't talked to fish in ages,
Well, then it's probably best that you reunite with your fishy companions.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far to say they're companions. We've only just met. What kind of bard do you think I am, Captain?
They don't want to put a label on things yet.
I don't know how serious the
Bardic
fish
type.
are.
Hasn't met the fish's parents yet.
I say, I think you're right. There is something afoot. And Gabs lifts foot up into the air, and she's grabbed a pretty shell in between her toes.
Well spotted.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you pick up like this beautiful little conch shell with your foot. Just kind of like the water kind of trickles off of it, and a little crab just kind of pokes its head out of the shell, and little pinchers just like kind of like very gently grab at your toes before it maneuvers its way out of the grasp of your foot and back
Aha!
into the water.
See? Hostile actions. I knew it.
Yeah, Ezra,
Just playing, Captain.
Ezra, you said you wanted to go to try to talk to some fish.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why don't you give me let's do a perception check to see if you can find where some fish are currently swimming at.
Didn't you say there was a whole bunch of fish just in
Yep.
the water? But yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I've definitely spotted fish,
You
I guess.
see yes, Ezra, you find several fish, and there's actually some fish that are like swimming pretty close to shore up here, just like a little collection of minnows, a little school of minnows just kind of passing right over there that you are able to go over and kind of approach.
Sure, I'll try and just greet them in both Aquan and Algathulu, just because they seem like fishy languages, and I know them.
Yeah. Sorry, my computer is severely lagging right now. Yeah, the fish like kind of glub some little air bubbles at you. For just like a little hello, hello, hello.
Is there anything scary in the water? My captain thinks something is afoot, but this is a nice beach, right?
Mostly nice beach. Mostly nice beach. Just it's like the couple little minnows is kind of echoing off each other a little bit, all kind of talking at the same time. Mostly nice beach. Mostly nice. except for the one time. Oh yeah, the one time.
What happened the one time?
Oh, the one time, when those sailors were stolen from shore. The sailors. Um, and
I'm gonna nod and I'm gonna shout back to the shore. Captain, this is a stupid question, but are you a sailor?
I'm sorry. Would you mind asking that question again and perhaps rephrasing it in a less stupid way?
Or the captain has people for that, you see.
Okay, that's fine then. Apparently some sailors went missing, but if you're not a sailor, Captain, it's all clear over here.
I think Captain Jane Sparrow will just take a drink of juice from her flask and stay seated where she is.
And the fish kind of go back to kind of swimming around a little bit, just kind of weaving their way between your feet and like around your legs before kind of swimming away. Oh, the Azarketi, Harper. Um, and then they start to swim off towards the back into the sea as Gabs, you're still in the water you're still swimming around at this point, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. Gabs is having a lovely time chasing fish.
Wonderful. Yeah. As you're kind of chasing fish, after here, I'm gonna zoom back out. After a couple moments of chasing fish, you kind of come almost face to face with an Azarketi, who's swimming from the sea, who just kind of stops and waves in front of you underwater before moving to water that is tall enough to stand in. Hello? Um, are you guys adventure? I might need a little bit of help.
Adventurers, you say? You're looking for swashbuckling adventuring types.
I mean, I'm looking for help. Are you able to help?
I don't know, Gabs, are we able to help?
Uh, like Captain, well, we're technically on vacation, so it's not good practice to, you say you're away, and then people still try and contact you to try and get you to do things. But you really need to separate work from play. So, uh, of course, we'll be able to help, but we will have to formally put a pause on our vacation, I believe.
Yes, I'll file a note with human resources, or, pirate resources.
The Union.
The Union. The Pirate Union.
Oh, my union
What
rep.
is a pirate ship if not a worker owned collective?
You're not wrong.
Oh, yes, small fishy person. We will help if we can. What do you need?
What exactly is the problem, my good friend?
Well, there have been some things going missing from my village, and some people are losing things. And we're not really sure where anything is going. And we're looking for someone who's able to help track down where everything has been going and help bring them back.
Have you tried looking the last place you would think to look? In my experience, that is where everything always is.
Well, I mean, I don't know how you misplace something like your courage. someone lost all of their courage and now they just run away screaming anytime they see a fish.
If they saw something extremely scary, maybe I'd understand.
I don't really know.
I don't suppose they remember where they last left their courage.
Well, I mean,
No, you're right. That's silly. If they knew that, they would know where to look for it.
Yeah. I don't think they know where they lost it. Maybe if you could try to calm them down enough to talk to them, they might be able to give you a hint as to where they left it. But, like, someone lost their sense of direction. They don't know where they're going at any point. I mean, there's some actual things that have been stolen from us as well, but it's like to lose your courage or your sense of direction. That's a little bit weird, and no one's acting the same anymore.
It's like exactly the kind of nonsense we're down for solving.
Yes. If
What do you
anything,
say, friends? Do you think we're up for this?
yes, I more than think that we are ready for this adventure. If nothing else, anyone who could successfully steal someone's courage or sense of direction would have to be the greatest pirate ever seen. And as we all know, I am the greatest pirate ever seen.
Mhm.
So we need to go find that person and stop them so that I can go back to being the greatest pirate ever seen. Savvy?
Well, you're the only pirate
Aye.
that I have ever seen, so you're automatically the greatest pirate I have ever seen, if that means anything for you.
It does, thank you.
Yeah, also, I have some courage in my drum, so, I can loan it out for a bit. And I start beating out, like, my inspired courage, like, focus cantrip on the drum.
Beautiful. Well, alright, well, yeah, if you guys are willing to help, it's going to be super appreciated. You can just follow me. And then they start to head back into the water.
Come on in, friends. The water's fine.
Alright,
She's
this may
gonna
be...
follow
Oh.
into the water. Not swimming, just sinking immediately to the bottom.
This may be a foolish question, but can everyone here swim?
Well, listen, swim is a relative term.
Is it?
It is indeed. I'm gonna target myself to be able to breathe underwater.
As an Undine, I can breathe underwater naturally, so I'm good.
Anybody who has the amphibious trait, which I believe will be almost everybody except for Julius and Leshy, should be able to breathe underwater innately.
I have a swim speed and I am very strong. Can I carry Leshy on my shoulders?
Yeah, you could definitely carry Leshy on your shoulders. You'll have like a little uh, seaweed cover or half plate covered seaweed. Um, it's kind of riding on your shoulders. Tell me what that looks like.
Friend Leshy, would you like a lift?
He nods or it nods in agreement.
And then Gab says, most excellent, and helps Leshy up onto her shoulders. And she's very, very strong, does a strong front stroke, keeping Leshy's head above water, kicking. It's only a speed of 10, but I think swimming with someone on your back is still fairly impressive.
Yes, we're all very impressed.
It's like a fin, Captain. I'm even closer to my ultimate goal, which is to reincarnate as a shark.
And someday I have no doubt in my heart that you will die.
My God.
I think Gabs is legitimately touched. Aye, Captain.
I love that for both of them.
I'm losing it.
Yeah, but you guys are all adequately prepped. The only person I believe without a swim speed will be Julius. So as soon as you start to get deeper into water, you will be flat-footed.
Ooh. Indeed.
So you guys follow this Azarketi into the water a little bit, and they just kind of begin to explain a bit on the missing things and how just recently.
While we're swimming,
Mhm.
can we get her name?
Yeah, she introduces herself as Harper,
Sure.
and says that she's from the small underwater village of Aquaria. Um, yeah, and just begins to kind of talk a little bit about how things just started going missing just like a couple days prior. Um, it seemed like things got a little bit roughed up in the village as well, throughout everything going missing. Yeah.
So this might be a strange question, Harper, but have you annoyed any magical creatures recently, or and someone in the village? Do you know? You know.
I haven't annoyed anyone. I don't really think, at least. Um, Maybe other people have. I'm sure you could ask the guy who lost his courage, but he might just run away screaming even from the slightest confrontation, just because of how scared he is of everything right now.
I think perhaps the more pertinent question to ask is, have you lost anything, love?
I don't think I have. If I've
Well, then you're
lost it, I haven't.
completely useless to me. Let's go saunter over to the one that's lost their sense of direction. I fear that the one who's lost their courage will be far too hard to catch up to.
Has someone been keeping tracks of the one who lost their sense of direction? Otherwise, that could also be quite a challenge.
Yeah. And they kind of bring you a little bit closer to the village. And like as you're approaching after a little bit, Harper just kind of turns back to you. Who are you guys again?
Uh-oh.
You haven't heard of me?
No?
Oh no.
I am the greatest pirate to have ever sailed all of the seas. I'm not sure how many of them there are, but all of them. And I am Captain Lady Jane Sparrow. Not Sparrow, Nightingale. Sorry, the juice was a little strong this morning.
I mean, you're the only pirate that I've ever seen, so yeah, you're good.
Exactly,
You're the greatest
the greatest.
that I've ever seen.
Well,
And
she is visibly confused.
I think um uh friend Harper, do you perhaps recall what we're all doing here today?
No.
You don't remember us meeting on the beach?
Did I go up to the beach?
Yes, you entreated us about helping you with some things that had gone missing from the residents of your village.
Oh yeah, people have had things going missing recently. Been meaning to
It
find some adventurers to try to help with that.
That's us. We're the adventurers. Have you perhaps lost your memory?
Well, not to my knowledge, I haven't.
Of course not.
I don't
That's
remember
quite all
losing
right.
anything.
Well, that would make sense.
That's true. You wouldn't, would you?
No, I probably wouldn't, now that I think about it.
Um,
Well, are you guys able to help? Everyone's had things going
uh,
missing and it's not good at all.
We are more
uh,
than happy to help.
you were just leading us the way to your village.
Oh yes, yes, I will definitely bring you guys there. And they continue to sort of lead you guys through the water.
Yeah, as Harper's leading us around, I'm just going to say to the party, is anyone good at navigating, just in case our friend forgets the way to her village?
It would be pertinent to understand how we got here so we'll be able to return if we need to. That's a good thought. And I am pluming the depths of my knowledge. Unfortunately, tracking is not one of my strong suits.
Nor is it Leshy's.
Right. Here's a thought. I'm technically trained in like underwater city law, so would I be able to use that and see if I can figure out a way to this village?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do recall knowledge for that, Laura. Go ahead. Yeah, you would know that the small village of Aquaria is probably about 2 or 3 miles offshore of where the beach that you were was. Just kind of in the general uh, southeast direction. So
Oh
if
yeah.
Harper seemed to get lost, you would probably be able to find your way.
Yeah, I just say to everyone else, oh yeah, Aquaria, I did a gig there once, like a couple of years back, so I sort of know the way, just in case our friend forgets.
Capital.
Sounds like a fine idea.
Yeah, but they start to lead you guys. Can somebody make me a survival check, please?
God, no.
I'm trained in survival, so if no one else is, I can.
I am trained in 2 skills.
Captain Jane Nightingale. As you are going through the water, you start to notice that you're heading kind of in a bit of a southwestish direction. Seemingly, like after a while, it seems like you might almost be going back to shore a little bit. Um, it just kind of like going a little bit all over the place directionally.
Friend Harper, I don't suppose you have completely forgotten where you're taking us.
Oh, right, adventurers, you're going to help. Um, I forgot you were here. Yes, back to the village. And then they start going in the southeast direction. And after a little bit, you guys are pretty fully underwater. We'll switch over to a different map.
Ooh.
Can I observe the wildlife to see if there's anything wrong in particular with the wildlife?
Yeah, go ahead and make me either a nature or a perception check.
I'm gonna do a nature check. Oh no.
Nature is surely existing. There's some, as you get a little bit deeper into the sea, there's some fish that are kind of like swimming past idly, like a couple schools of fish. It seems that as you are getting further and further into the ocean, you see a little bit of a ruined boat ahead of you.
Ooh.
Which there's like a couple fish that are kind of like avoiding it, that general area a little bit.
You get to avoid it then.
I think, on the contrary, Captain Jane Nightingale is going to rush towards the boat in the event that there might be treasure.
I was thinking Gabs might do the same thing. The question is Lushy still atop my shoulders?
Leshy has their own swim speed. I'm sure once we dive, there's no need for it to be on your shoulders.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you guys are going over to the boat.
Just one
hang
moment,
back a
friend
bit,
Harper, while
just
we
in case.
investigate this boat. Oh, sorry,
Yeah, I'm going to hang back and keep an eye on Harper just in case she forgets again.
Very good
And also,
call.
Bard, so in case something kicks off, I'm not going to be close.
Guess what?
Yeah, anybody who would like to go and investigate this boat can give me perception checks if you would like.
Looking for my perception skill. Where is it?
I found a rather interesting piece of driftwood. Look at how twisty it is.
Very good. It's a very twisty piece of wood.
Yeah, and as you as you hold up this piece of driftwood, you're actually holding up like a cracked boat paddle that just has a very twisted handle on it. It's like carved to be like a regular paddle, but yeah, it could be driftwood.
Julia sees nothing.
Is there a boat? I'm not sure the water is too watery.
Julius forgot to breathe for a moment back there.
Yeah, Captain Jane Nightingale and Leshy, as you guys are kind of looking around, you start to see these tiny little creatures kind of popping out from underneath the various pieces of driftwood and it's gonna be right there. Various pieces of driftwood and the remaining pieces of the boat.
Debris.
And the yes, debris. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it's kind of almost hiss at you guys a little bit. It's as you guys are getting close to the boat and they hiss at you and they look like they are not happy that the boat has been interfered with. We're gonna go ahead and as they start to look very hostile, we are going to go ahead and roll some initiative.
I can't believe it's initiative.
Julius, I just need initiative from you. Thank you.
Just a little slow.
Alright. Starting off combat is Ezra. Ezra, what would you like to do?
Right. I would like to use my focus cantrip of Inspire Courage on the party. So, +1 to your attack rolls, damage rolls, save against fear.
Oh, big range.
Yep. And then I've got 2 actions left, so I'll just use Telekinetic Projectile on one of the things.
Yeah.
The one next to you.
The one next to Julius.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I've targeted it.
Thank you. Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
Dang.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that crit damage. Oh my gosh. And what type of damage for this telekinetic projectile?
It's bludgeoning.
Cool. One moment. Let me just...
Ooh, that's weird. It hasn't doubled, but
I haven't... did you just roll regular damage?
yeah, there's no crit for some reason.
There is a double damage option. There's like damage, half, double.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just double checking because you guys are underwater, so that's makes for some slightly different metrics.
I have a feat, so Underwater Marauder means I don't take the usual penalties for bludgeoning and slashing.
You are correct.
I
Yeah.
also have that.
In one hit killing this little water method.
That is so impressive.
And that
Right way to
was
start combat.
turns 1 and 2. Yeah, those were all of your actions.
Yes.
Yeah, it is moving on to this little water method right there. Going to go for Captain Jane Nightingale right in front of them.
There's a method right here.
Yes.
I see their icon as being on top of the captain.
Captain's right next to you.
Yeah, but the icon for the method is right here for some reason. It's not. I just wanted to make sure.
Because Jane is being targeted right now.
Well, I think the method started there and then you moved it out of the way. So
Yeah.
maybe there's a bit of lag on.
Oh yeah, there might be some lag.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Yeah, they are going to go ahead and try to swipe at you, Jane, with a claw. Wow.
Oh, I've got to think for this. I actually get a like quasi attack of opportunity when somebody critically misses attacking me.
Yeah, go ahead. You did not target, did you?
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry.
It's okay. That's gonna crit.
The one thing you asked me to do.
Go ahead, roll it crit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna... Oh, that is not gonna be good for them. Yeah, they severely miss trying to swipe at you with their claw, and seeing that backfired, they are going to try to use a breath weapon attack. It will just going here, which... So I need reflex saves from everybody in this. So Julia, Slushy, and Captain Jane.
Oh no.
Do your worst, you tiny flappy thing.
Alright, so that is a pass from both Julius and Captain Jane. So your damage for this will be halved as this little water mephit kind of breathes out some acid. Just kind of hurls it out, like hurls and hacks it out to try to deter you from trying to attack it again, almost. And cool. And that will be the end of their turn. Leshy.
Okay. They're still here, I suspect, right?
Yes.
Leshy is an angry seaweed now. Leshy swing big sword. Leshy no not many big word.
Mm-hmm.
Leshy smack.
Leshy smack.
Ah, fuck. I don't think I can target it, actually.
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
Just go ahead, roll damage. How do you finish off this little thing?
I cleave it in two.
And you have one action left if you'd like to do anything with that.
I don't think I can move an attack. Actually, I can.
You can move again, at least.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at this one.
You need to interact to take that javelin out.
I do. You are right.
So you can ready that javelin for next time.
I'll just move.
Okay. Captain Jane.
Okay, Captain Jane is gonna turn to the other water mephit and try to give it like just a really searing, intimidating glare to attempt to demoralize it.
Whoa.
I believe I succeeded.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's for charity. We all get to crit for charity, right?
Oh gosh, what is...
Yeah, that's how it works.
Erie, what is the crit condition for demoralizing?
You know what? It's never happened to me before, so let me look real quick.
I can't remember.
Frightened 2.
Target becomes frightened 2.
Yeah, I was like, it's either I think it's frightened 2, and that's for... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for how long? I don't know if it... Or is frightened one of the ones that just falls off over...
Target becomes frightened 2.
Yeah, so frightened does deteriorate round by round, but for this attack, it's frightened too. So
okay, so
let me go ahead and apply that. One moment.
So now I've got panache. And when you're ready, Lily, I will strike at it with my rapier.
Go ahead. Are you targeting?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the reminder.
the frightened condition reduces at the end of the mephit's turn.
Sweet.
Incidentally.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that crit damage. It would reduce at the end of the mephit's turn if it lived to see it.
Alright, and then since I killed it, I'm going to use my reaction to point at the last water mephit. And
you already did use your reaction with that attack of opportunity.
Oh, right, you're right. My bad.
You are good. But you, is there anything else that you have with your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Sweet. That one's dead. Julius.
Delightful. I'm gonna come up to this bad boy right here. And I'm gonna try to attack him with Chill Touch.
Go ahead.
So he has to make a save, a fortitude save. He did not save.
He did not save.
Delightful.
Oh my
Or 12,
gosh. that is not a crit fail, so it is not enfeebled, but it still will take that 12 damage.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't have anything else I need to do.
Sweet. Gabs, it is your turn. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I ended my turn too.
You're good. Gabs, it is your turn.
Gabs, for this whole combat, everything's almost dead, is looking at Driftwood and is like, Julius, look at this. I think it'll make a nice wreath, like a decorative. Oh God, what's that? And going to step forward and attempt to bite the Mephit with her considerably sharp teeth.
Go ahead.
Only considerably sharp.
Yeah, that hits. Oh my gosh.
And I think I have one more. Yeah, you know what? I'll go for another chomp.
Go for it. Oh my god!
For the children!
For children.
For the children. Oh my gosh. Go ahead and roll that crit damage.
Excellent.
Yeah. These... You guys almost completely one-hit all of these little water Mephits, and with that, the encounter ends.
I think Captain Jane is just gonna like turn back to our friend Harper and be like, and you see, that is why we're the most fearsome pirate crew to ever sail the seas. I realize that like I'm not on camera, so you're not seeing all of my like crazy gesturing that I'm doing over here. I assure you there's lots of crazy gesturing.
She would visibly be rolling their eyes if you could see their eyes.
Oh, that was really cool, especially with the way that you beat your drum and the way that they bit that thing, and everything was so cool. Wow, I've never gotten to see anything like this up close. What are we doing here again?
We're selecting
my dear girl.
sticks for a decorative wreath that will really brighten up the cabin.
Oh, cool. I might... Oh, there's some really cool pieces of algae that I have cultivating back in the village. Would you guys like to see them?
Sure.
Yes, very much. Please take us to see your leaves or whatever.
Yeah. And as we're swimming, because Captain Jane is the navigator and I sort of know where the city is, or village is, I'm sort of giving her some extra directions, because I have a feeling we're not going to make it here with our current guide. So, sort of as we're swimming, I'm sort of mapping out my vague knowledge of where the village used to be.
Yeah. And with your knowledge, you guys will be able to get to this village. And just like not too much time. It probably takes a little bit under 20 minutes to get there. It's probably about for the sake of that water breathing spell, probably about half an hour has passed thus far. So that gives you about half of the duration left, Julius. But yeah, you guys are brought back to the village, probably with a little bit of poking and prodding from Harper, just we're here because you asked for our help, sort of thing. And with like some gentle reminders. Yeah, it's Aquaria is a quaint little underwater village, there's like a little Azarketi village. There's some fish that just happily swim around, kind of moving through. And Harper just kind of turns back to you guys. So you wanted to meet with who again?
Dear girl, the one who has lost their sense of direction.
Oh yes, that one. I know where they are. Follow me.
At least someone does.
Or I think I know where they are.
We have faith in you.
And Harper begins to bring you guys a little bit more south into the village, where there's someone just kind of swimming around idly, just like swimming after some fish. And Harper kind of just like, okay, everyone, this is Tide. Tide doesn't know where they're going at any given point in time. He's very lost right now. And you see Tide just kind of like dart after a fish. Like dart like 5 feet after a fish to try to chase it.
Is this a high tide or a low tide?
Wow. Well, if you're introducing
Tide.
yourself, you'd probably say hi, Tide.
And what is the fish's name, of course? And what is the
Fish.
fish's name, of course?
You have to ask. Captain Jane, you are speaking.
Tide, boy. Yes. Tide, dear boy, could you please tell us the last time you remember having a sense of direction?
Hi. Like 3 days ago, I knew where I was going. And then I didn't. It was very peculiar. It happened after I had a run-in with some strange-looking fish.
And what can you tell us about these fish?
They were going to the Aquaria cavern, and they told me that I could get anything I wanted from there. So I went there with them. Then I got lost on my way back.
To this cavern.
Yes.
Has anyone else been to the cavern?
The inhabitants of the cavern.
That would make sense.
Do you remember what happened inside the cavern? Presumably you went inside.
Oh yes, no, I went inside. I went inside and there's a little bit of land in there, and there was some old sailors' things and some treasure almost, and I met with a woman in there who said that she could give me some really cool looking algae if I gave her something. So now I have some very cool algae.
What did you give her?
I'm not sure, but the fact that I don't know where I'm going anymore, I think she might have taken my sense of direction.
That tracks. Now if we can back up for just a moment.
Yes.
You said there was treasure.
Yes. I didn't
All right, gang.
care.
Well, I think this is simple. I think we need to go to the cavern.
I can bring you there. I can't guarantee that we will actually get there, but I can try.
Would someone else who knows where they're going also know where the cavern is?
I mean, no one really likes to go to the cavern very much, just because it's a bit dangerous there. but we know where it is.
What's dangerous about this cabin?
Oh, the woman. But she gave me some pretty algae, so I think it's all right. I don't think she could be that bad if she gives out algae.
How pretty is the algae? That's important to know.
Uh, give me a nature check to determine if this is good quality algae, as Ty just kind of pulls it out of a little pouch that he's got with him.
Delightful.
You're not sure it's actually algae.
That's my second crit fail. I'm doing awesome.
This is actually, like, you're not sure if this is even algae.
May I take a gander?
Go ahead.
Don't fail me now!
Boo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure if it's algae, but it looks pretty okay for what it is. So I think it seems good.
This is, specifically, this is a little piece of bubble algae. It's, quite spherical, and it, like, the little pieces of algae fit in the ball of, or in the palm of the hand. It's, like, it's called bubble algae because it looks like a little bubble of algae. It's quite fascinating. Maybe not, like, the coolest, but it's interesting.
Lushy, being a master of linguistics, will explain all of this to the party in a series of grunts and grumbles.
What does this sound like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Right, yes. I believe what our tiny friend here is saying is that we should absolutely go to the cavern because that is some top quality algae and get the treasure, and I don't remember the rest of the plan after that.
I'm still not sure if it's algae, but I trust everyone else's judgment.
I mean, we should probably talk to this woman and get all these people all their lost stuff back, maybe.
Capital idea, capital. It's perfect. Perfect execution of my plan.
Particularly seeing as we do not have a particular need for courage or sense of direction.
Exactly. We don't need either of those things as pirates.
But any cool algae, well, you best believe we'd be keeping that.
Oh yeah, we could decorate the ship with it.
It would
Cast detect magic on the algae just on the off chance there's something magical about them.
Yeah, go ahead and pop that spell description in. There, the algae is not magical. It's just very spherical and round. Yeah, the algae is not magical. It's just very cool algae to Tide, apparently. That was worth giving up a sense of direction for.
Respect the hustle.
So I think our next move as a party is going to be to try to find this cavern, but Iriana, did not necessarily trust Tide's ability to get us there.
Can we have the other Azarketi draw us a map? Wait, I realize how dumb that is underwater. Never mind.
So here's a thought. There was also a cowardly Azarketi out there, correct? Who probably also won't take us to the cave, but may be persuaded to give us clear directions. If we promise that they can stay here and we can take care of the problem.
We'd have to be able to approach them first.
who here is, and I understand that this might be deeply offensive, but we must civilly decide which among us is the least fearsome.
Captain
To
Jane puts a finger on her nose.
Will strike a scary pose.
Ezra's just going to repeatedly beat that drum, and because it's a focus cantrip, I'm just going to do inspire courage constantly as I walk around.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you
Louis
get
just kind of shrugs. He's self-aware.
So what exactly is the plan right now?
I think we'd like to ask our friend here, or Harper, who the cowardly Azarketi is. What their name is, how we where we can find them. Could you maybe introduce us?
Tide kind of pipes up. Oh, yeah, I can introduce you. Her name is Marina, and she lives at the southern tip of town.
Seems easy enough.
I think it's
Yes,
southern.
I think we should be. Oh.
That was my concern.
So we check the north end of town? Is your sense of direction damaged in such a way that you commonly mix up north and south, and you're confidently going in the direction that you want, or is your sense of direction damaged in such a way that you know she's on the south tip of town, but you would have no idea how to get there?
All of the above, I think.
Very good.
Maybe we should ask Harper where Marina lives.
Are there any other Azarketi in town? Like, I just look around.
There's not really anyone too close by. Like, if you swim around a little bit, you'll be able to find some people just a little bit further from where you are, probably like 100 or 200 feet.
Yeah. I'll just sort of gather information. Like, excuse me, do you know where I can find Harper? Or, sorry, not Harper, Marina. Do you know where I can find Marina? I guess.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a diplomacy check as you are trying to talk to various people into letting you know where. Beautiful.
$13.
All right, yeah. As you begin to approach, one person, they just kind of look at you a bit oddly and like, I don't know you. And just walk away, or like kind of swim away a little bit.
I'm Gabs. Now you know me. Wait. Oh, well. It's probably my face. I am quite fearsome.
Extremely fearsome, first mate Gabs. I think Captain's been hitting the juice.
I think
Do you like
Gabs is
to-
going to discreetly remove a backup flask of juice. Be like, just very discreetly, like, cutting you off, Captain.
I think you simply are not approaching these people with quite the right flair for the dramatic. So Captain Jane is gonna swim over to the next nearest Azarketi and be like, "You there, fellow fishy person? We're looking for Marina."
Go ahead and give me your diplomacy check. As this person like kind of just looks at you, they're holding just like a little. They're holding just like a little. Looks like a rope that's attached to a fish on a.
Walking their dogfish.
Perfect. That's exactly the result I wanted.
You guys do have hero points.
No, this is what I wanted.
They just kind of look up at you. Sorry, I'm walking my fish right now. It's kind of
Your fish.
take their fish
They're
and start
dogfish,
swimming away a
obviously.
little bit faster.
Are there any other people around? Azarketi around?
Yeah, as you see them swim away with their fish, there's someone that they just kind of pass,
Okay.
who seems to just be watching the interactions a little bit.
So we're getting strange looks now, yes.
Yes.
Awesome. I want to go try to talk to them.
Go ahead.
As this, I'm going to change my focus cantrip to inspire competence. I mean, I could do this. I mean, I could do this, but I'm just going to inspire Julius and see if something great happens. So I'll do an aid check
Go ahead. Roll
and
that aid
I'm
check
allowed
for me.
performance for this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Already has a toggle for it. Oh wow!
Just inspire crit fails. What can I say?
Yeah, that aid. You're just trying to follow a tempo, but it's kind of a little bit all over the place.
Oh, Ezra, I love when you get experimental.
Alright.
You will not get the aid bonus on your diplomacy check, Julius.
Sounds fair. I go up to that this person who's just been watching us fail. Hello. We are trying to kind of help the people who have started losing things like courage and direction around town. Do you by chance know where Marina lives?
Okay, go ahead and give me your diplomacy roll now.
I would love to. Okay, I would love to use your point for that.
Go ahead.
Oh my dear God. That's all I got.
We're pirates. We're not diplomats.
They just kind of look at you and let out a couple bubbles out of their mouth. As you're approaching, you're realizing this is a child. So this kid kind of looks at you, lets a couple air bubbles out of their mouth, blows a raspberry, and just starts to swim away.
All right, it's
I
time
think
for
I look back to the rest of the crew. Is it something I said?
it's time for the mute Leshy to make their attempt. Leshy's gonna look around for a victim. I mean, someone to approach.
Are you taking like an intimidating approach, or are you doing diplomacy?
Intimidating.
Can I give you the aid action?
Be my guest. I only have a +1 to intimidation.
Oh, all right. Let me. Okay.
Leshy's gonna walk up to the nearest Azarketi that it can find, and sort of swagger up to them as you'd expect someone walking into a bar to do, and tug at their lowest article, like their pant leg or whatever sort of clothing that they've got on, and sort of mention to like drag them over to the party.
Are you trying to be intimidating with this?
Yes, absolutely. Attempting being the operating word.
Okay. Make it.
I will hero point that.
Okay.
Remember when I
Did you add the aid bonus?
Oh no, how much is the aid bonus?
It's a +1, I believe, right?
Let me double check because
Oh
I think
no,
you're
it's
right.
yeah, that's a +1.
We'll re-roll. I'm gonna add the +1 this time though. Maybe that'll give me good luck. What is this?
You did not add that +1, so that is another 12.
God damn it.
Friends, is it possible that the woman in the cave stole our charm?
That, my dear Gabs, is impossible.
Leshy is
I would,
visibly upset that it's not being taken seriously.
I would also like to point out that I technically am a diplomat and I haven't tried yet. I just tried to inspire Julius because I really believed in Julius.
Perhaps you should give it a go, as long as we're all like giving it our honest best.
I will say that the person that Leshy tried to approach is still just kind of standing there confused about what just happened a little bit.
And they're a child, right?
No, the child is the one that Julius spoke to, that blew raspberry and swam
Ah,
away.
yes.
Okay, I'll go to the person that Leshy brought in and just say, hello, my friend. We're adventurers trying to help out a new friend. We're looking for Marina, and we're not sure where she lives. And can I try diplomacy then, Lily?
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on.
There
Oh
we
my
are.
God. A good roll.
There we are. Yeah, this Azarketi woman just kind of looks at you and her eyes just widen a little bit. How do you know my name? And she screams and starts to try to swim away.
I use my reaction. When someone flees from me, I can move up to my like speed and catch up to them. Can I just
Yeah.
grab her?
Yeah, go ahead and make me yeah, the grapple check.
Athletics?
Yes. Yeah, you'll be able to kind of grab onto her arm. Let go of me, you know my name, and I don't like this.
And I'm going to change the beat on my drum again to inspire courage and hope that Marina gets a bit more courage just from the sweet, sweet sound of my drumming.
Not Marina. This is a pirate hug. And we know your name because everybody in town, because we've been looking for you because we want to help get your courage back.
You're going to help?
Yes. We just need to know where the woman in the cave is.
I mean, she's probably in the cave. Oh, don't.
We need to know where the cave is.
Oh,
More specifically, we need directions. You don't have to come with us. You can stay in the safety of your home.
I will gladly do that. You don't need to tell me twice.
Yes,
And, like,
yes.
she kind of tugs her hand or her arm free.
Yeah, I let her go. Just
The cave, it'll be a little bit southwest of here. Do be careful. I believe that there's some piranhas and some other dangerous fish as well.
dangerous fish is my middle name. Not literally. That's a figure of speech.
I was going to say that's quite a peculiar little name, middle name.
Southwest, you said. Any identifying landmarks we should look out for? Cave aside.
Um, the water levels will lower a bit.
Huh?
Water level will lower a bit.
Yes.
Listen, that sounds good with me.
Can I go now? I'm feeling very scared still, but something is making me feel a little better, at least.
Do you think you have time to draw like a real quick picture of the stuff that's around the cave? Are you cartographically inclined?
Not particularly. Um, and she just like kind of takes her hand and starts to trace out like you are here, poke, and then drawing with her finger just a direction to the cave, and then saying, "This is where the cave is," and kind of pointing to your pinky. Um, we are here right now, like kind of pointing to the connecting joint on your thumb. That's where you need to go.
Very good. Navigators, do you think we can work with that?
I think that should be sufficient as far as I'm concerned.
Hmm. By the way, friend Julius, how are you feeling? You normally don't stay underwater this long, do you?
For right now, we're good. I'm really excited for the idea of being able to go somewhere with slightly less water.
Hmm.
Julius, you'll
Right, then,
probably have about 20 minutes left at this point.
Yeah, figured. Sweet.
uh, let's hurry on our way.
And then we did.
Then we did.
Yeah. I think we're going to call our 15-minute break a little bit early. We will return um, in 15 minutes on the way to the cavern.
Exciting.
We will be back. Welcome back. Before the break, our adventurers found their way um, underwater following Harper in Azarketi, who seems to not really remember what's going on and why this party is helping her. Everyone in her village has been strangely losing some uh, very personal traits. Someone lost their sense of direction, somebody's courage is missing, Harper's lost her memory, it seems. And the party is now traveling to find out uh, where that could have gone, and also the personal spur of there might be treasure involved. Where we last left off, the party recently came into contact with Marina, and the woman who lost her courage, and were able to soothe her enough into helping give directions on how to proceed to this mysterious cavern where a woman has potentially been taking everything from everyone. And after some brief direction, the party knows probably where they should be going. We will return back to the group.
I suggest that we use our expert navigational skills to take the advice of thumb joint to pinky and go that way.
I agree. We should get going because Julius has got like 20 minutes of water air left.
Yeah, I would prefer kind of getting going.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do whoever would like to try to navigate based off of the directions that Marina gave on Gabs' hand. Go ahead and make me a survival check. Julius, just so you are aware, if you do, if the spell does end, if the duration of the spell does end before you are able to find air, you can hold your breath for 5 plus your constitution modifier amount of rounds. Your constitution modifier is a -1, so you'll be able to hold your breath for 4 rounds.
Delightful.
Yeah, Captain J. Nightingale, you are able to follow the crudely mapped out directions to this mysterious cavern where people's things have been where people are saying they're going and then things go missing.
Is this like a Little Mermaid thing?
Huh?
It's like a. I can't remember the name of the villain from Little Mermaid, but she's like stealing people's things, making deals with them.
Ursula.
Ursula, there you go. Our villain is named Ursula.
Here.
I think upon reaching the entrance to
Sorry, something got wrong with configuration.
oh no,
Let me pull you back to the scene.
there we go. Yeah, I should be back now.
There we go.
I think upon reaching the entrance to this cavern, Captain Jane's going to look at everyone else and be like, all right, so who wants to go in first?
She will jump up and down and raise their hand.
I'm with you, Leshy.
Perfect. Then I will do the captainly thing and supervise.
Yes, stay behind me.
And lead from the rear.
So, what is the walking order? We have Leshy and Gabs in front, then Jane, and then Ezra and Julius, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah. As you guys approach the cavern, the water levels are lowering. You can see a little bit ahead of you, probably. Well, as you look into the cavern, it's a tall cavern. Though it looks like the water levels continue to lower a bit, and about halfway down your line of sight, it's shallow enough that you could walk. You see ahead of you. You see some little land surfaces. There's a split in the path as well. There's some fish kind of swimming in and out a little bit. Some broken paddles from boats underneath water.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
We march on.
How are you guys approaching?
I don't think Gabs is particularly worried about stealth unless someone tells her to be stealthy.
Unless she will attempt to enter stealth.
Yeah. Anybody who would like to stealth may go ahead and roll a check.
Which I am
Then I will
trained
follow.
in for some reason.
Then I will follow Leshy's lead.
I didn't get a nat 1.
Yeah.
Captain Jane's a little too boisterous to be very stealth.
Yeah, you guys continue through. And as you get a little bit closer, and kind of turn the corner, you see just a bit out of sight, you see some more of this land behind you, and some more water methods kind of popping out of the water a little bit. But looking onto the land, there's some various collections of seashells, some rope that seems to potentially have been taken from sailors a while, or at some point.
Do
Some
the
treasure in the back corner.
do the methods seem to notice us yet?
They actually do seem to notice you guys.
Notice me?
They yes, they seem to actually they actually don't know. Never mind. I'm so sorry. I misread that. You guys are unnoticed still.
Can I motion to Leshy? I'm thinking I will, because there's a way around this pillar. If I go around the other side, like I just want to be like 1 second while I get into a position. I want to convey that through like hand gestures.
I'm gonna roll independently to see if Leshy understands.
Go ahead.
Amazing.
It does!
Hooray!
How do we coordinate this?
I guess I could. If Julius and Ezra can see me, I can just give them a thumbs up when I'm in position.
So we are ready then.
So you guys are planning on initiating.
Yeah. Oh, and is the water?
Yes.
Are we like still swimming, or are we
yeah,
standing?
I was just about to get there. Pretty much past where I'll ping on this side and then I'll ping on the other side for you. Here on that side and there on the other side will be where the
Perfect.
water is shallow enough that you can just walk through. Julius, at that point, you will no longer be flat-footed.
Delightful.
Leshy is so we're good to start then?
Start.
Get in whatever positions you would like if you are trying to initiate violence.
Leshy is going to yell in a very unintimidating manner and run at and swing at this method.
We will be entering combat, so that's why I'm asking for positioning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, if you're initiating violence, that will be initiating combat as well.
Yes.
Should we add
Violence,
ourselves
please.
to the initiative?
You are
got
all
it.
on.
Give me good. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not bad. Yes. 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 Yes!
Amazing.
All
No,
right.
this is perfect for me.
Captain Jane.
It's Captain Jane's turn. Captain Jane is going to move herself over here.
All right, you're
And
no
wow,
longer fully submerged.
yeah, look at all those water methods. She's going to draw her sword and shout in an attempt to demoralize the water methods.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you shouting at them?
Unintelligible yelling.
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead and make your demoralize. Do you have a group demoralize? The group demoralize feat?
No, I don't have a group demoralize, so I'll target the first one closest to me.
Gotcha. Yeah. And it is demoralized.
Okay. And that is my turn.
Just movement demoralize. That it?
And I drew my rapier also.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Julius, it is your turn.
Delightful. Then I'm gonna go up here because I like being able to stand.
Congratulations,
Breathe.
you can stand.
Woo! And I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast Ray of Frost towards these lovely.
Yeah, which one are you targeting?
First one.
Gotcha.
And they're flat-footed, correct? Because
Yep.
because they can see us coming.
Yes, they
Through
are.
this guy in particular.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Thank you for reminding me, Ellie. It's just for the first round that they'll be flat-footed, I believe.
Does a 19 hit?
Oh, yes, it does.
Delightful. Then it's gonna do 10 damage.
All right.
I love to see it.
And that is the end of your turn, I believe, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Ezra, what would you like to do?
I'll wander up here and I will just inspire courage on everyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, everyone takes +1 to everything, and because I just have one action left, I'll just shield.
Oh, did you?
And that's my turn.
Sweet. Thank you for applying that. Yeah. The +1 from Inspire Courage will be applying automatically for everyone. Leshy.
Lovely.
Leshy is also going to yell at the methods in a high-pitched and unintelligible scream before running up to the nearest foe and swinging an enormous greatsword with as much strength as it can put behind it.
Don't forget to target, and go ahead.
You are correct. I have
Were you
myself
trying to
targeted for a reason.
demoralize with your scream?
Not necessarily.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check. That will hit. And you have one action left.
Still alive? I will swing again!
Go ahead, roll your damage.
Aha!
No, it is not.
No, it is not what?
Still alive.
Oh, I said, aha!
Alright. There goes their turns. Gabs, it is your
Uh,
turn.
I have a question. Since
Yes.
we spent time getting into position, I would have had my weapon out, right?
Yeah. Since
Okay.
they all were not able to notice you guys, would say you would have had time to.
All right. I'm going to use sudden charge. I'm gonna dash up and make a melee strike at the end of my charge. So I'm going to strike the Mephit next to me. I'm going to target him.
Whew. Yeah. Go ahead.
For 14 damage.
Yeah. What else would you like to do as you single-handedly smash this water mephit?
Hit him again.
As you smash, you do kill.
I'm going to hit the other one.
Go ahead. Oh my
For
gosh.
18. I think that went pretty well.
And that's the end of your turn, correct?
Oh.
Hey, look, it gets one last turn.
How scared is that Mephit, having seen all three of its friends die within a span of 6 seconds?
um, uh, probably fairly scared. This one is going to go ahead and try to, as it begins its turn, you see kind of, just from still being partially submerged in water, it seems to almost kind of heal a little bit. Seems a little bit healthier than it was right before. And then it's going to go ahead and try to claw at you, Gabs. Oh my god.
I mean, it certainly can try.
Great for charity.
For the children.
For the children.
Um. Yeah, it's going to go ahead and try again.
Mephit's starting to rethink its life. You know, I should have gone to college.
It'll be
My
4
parents,
slashing damage.
my parents told me this job wasn't good enough for me. You know.
Whoa.
That's not
That was
okay.
yeah.
So
Um,
that's not how it works.
just go ahead and click the damage button
Okay.
on the roll, but
Do I have to target myself first?
just make sure that you have yourself selected and click
Okay.
the damage button. There you are.
That's much easier.
It's gonna try to make one last swipe at you. Cool. And that'll be the end of its turn.
Listen, he's trying his best.
Is he though?
His best just
Almost
might not be
one
very
Gab.
good.
That one's dead. Then we move back to Captain Jane.
Okay, Captain Jane is gonna move up to here. Target the Mephit and sort of gesture violently with a hand and be like, "You see that? You see all your friends dying dramatically? That's you next, buddy." And I will roll to demoralize.
Captain Jane is just here to bully the wildlife.
I don't know if
Let me double
is
check.
that a success?
Let me double check something real quick. Because you are fully talking to it. What languages do you speak again?
I speak Common and Algathu.
It doesn't seem to quite understand what you're saying. Um, as
I
you're
do have the feat that allows me to glare as part of my demoralize, so I
yeah,
don't take the penalty for language.
you are right. It still doesn't seem to understand the words that you're saying.
That's okay. I'm just gonna shoot it.
Go ahead.
You just take one look at Captain Jane and you're like, wow, she is crazy.
I'm
And then I
realizing
missed, so
I'm realizing I did not say that out loud, but that does not pass their. Actually, no, that does pass their will DC. They are frightened.
frightened one. I don't suppose
Yeah,
being frightened one makes that 12 hit.
it definitely wouldn't. But I'm still going to slap that
Okay.
frightened condition on because they are frightened either way.
Well,
So
thank you.
if you're not hitting it, somebody else might.
And that's my turn.
Sweet. Julius. Eerie, it looks like someone in chat has redeemed a reroll for you.
That's so lovely.
Shoot that nerd.
I will. I will shoot that nerd. If I can get my mouse to click the right button.
It did happen after the turn. That did come through chat after your turn ended, so you can use that on any future turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Julius, what would you like to do?
To tell you in just a second. Sorry, my Discord decided it needed to reload, so I was trying to figure that out before my turn.
Oh god, excuse me.
I would like to go up to the man, the myth, the legend, the creature.
So that is trying to get up, sure.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Let me move. Can I go here?
Is going to say, yeah, that should be fine. I was going to say, getting upshore from water, that one little area will be a difficult terrain. Like the one tile, like this tile would be a difficult terrain, but nothing else around it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, what would you like to... You gonna chill touch? Julius, if you are trying to speak, I cannot hear you. Julius, your audio is not coming through.
Methinks the Discord is boosted.
Well, Julius hit on a
Yes.
15 and did 6 damage.
Yes, which will be enough. As Julius kind of bares their fangs and kind of bites into this little water mephit, and they all cease to exist.
Good for them.
It's time for treasure.
See, I've done it.
Good work, Captain.
Yeah.
Wasting no time to get there, I see.
Oh, absolutely. I am excited to pop open this treasure chest.
Unless she's more interested in the shells, anyways.
One moment, just popping that stuff off. Yeah, go ahead and make me little perception checks for anybody who would like to.
Just a little one?
Just a little one.
Just a little.
As a treat.
Just a little treat.
Jane's too busy basking in the glory of her victory to look around very well.
Yeah. Yeah, looking around, Captain J. Nightingale, there's some really shiny pieces of treasure in this chest that you're in front of. Some very shiny pieces of treasure. Oh, they're quite captivating.
I do love shiny things. I think I shall try to nick some of them.
Yeah, you'd be able to nick off like 2 or 3 gold, stray gold pieces.
Can I, do I see that happen?
Yes, you do.
Can I give Jane's hands just a little slap? And be like, oi, we're a crew now. All of us. We're going to split the treasure equally.
Oi! Don't slap me. I'm the captain.
I'm the first mate. Practically my job description.
Only the captain by election.
Is this a democracy?
Yeah. Also, I didn't know when to bring it up, but I'm an adventurer, not a pirate, so you're not my captain, technically.
Yeah, the same.
But we are an adventuring party, which is really just a crew with more land-based adventuring.
And rights.
And rights.
This has been a very distressing day for Captain Jane Nightingale.
Regardless, I'm sure we're all amenable to splitting treasure equally.
Fine, yes, you can take your share of the gold. If you want it. If you don't want it, then I'll take it.
It's very generous of you.
Yeah. Also, before Ezra picks anything up, they're just going to try detect magic on just the general vicinity, just in case there's anything cool or magical in the area.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you definitely detect magic. There is a presence of magic nearby. But because this is only 2nd level, I don't think you know exactly where any of it is. I'll give you the general vicinity. You sense some kind of off to your right a little bit and some up above.
Alright, I'm gonna look up and say, hey guys, there's some magical stuff somewhere. And I sort of shrug. What's on the ceiling?
They're kind of along the ceiling and also littered all around. As you look up, there's some kind of floating seashells that are just kind of suspended in air. As you kind of look at them, also with that 22, you notice that these are glowing just faintly with a little bit of like a greenish energy. Same as the other seashells. As you look around, they also all seem to be glowing with like a little bit of a greenish yellowish energy. But they're like the seashells are like kind of floating freely a little bit and kind of moving through the air just very slowly.
I'm not an expert by any means, but that feels like a cause for concern.
I don't believe seashells are supposed to do that.
I mean, they could be harmless, but just to be safe, Leshy, do you want to grab those seashells? And I'm just going to back up and let Leshy do what they want with the floating green seashells.
Can we reach the seashells, or are they?
Because of
high
your
up?
height, you probably would not be able to reach any, but there are
Can
some seashells that are glowing that same kind of greenish energy, like the greenish yellowish energy, like right there, right next to
I would
you.
like to examine them to see if they're natural.
Go ahead and roll me either Arcana or Occultism.
I am bad at both of those.
Um, they could
I
be magical. You're not really sure what they even would do if they were.
I smash one.
The as you smash it, the kind of glowing embers from it kind of seem to fade, and it just becomes a smashed, non-glowing seashell. Then
Um, uh,
I believe what our charming seaweedy friend is trying to say is smash all the shells. Possibly.
Gabs jumps up to get one, like when you jump to tap the top of a doorway when you're real tall. She does that, grabs a shell in the air and smashes it like a football.
yeah, as you smash that one, the that kind of stops glowing as the pieces shatter onto the ground. And nothing else really seems to happen.
On with this whirlpool here.
Yeah, the little whirlpool. Do you want to go ahead and give that a little bit of a look?
Uh, yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
actually, you already have rolled perception very recently. We can use that same check as you kind of look down and to investigate what's going on with the whirlpool. Um, it seems that whatever's going on here might not be natural. Just um, give me a recall knowledge. Let's do nature for that. Or you could do sailing lore because you do know some stuff about being out on the waters.
oh, I'm better at that than nature, but still not great.
You do have your hero point if you would like to use it.
This is a good time to use it. For a reroll, correct?
Yeah,
Hey, that's way better.
beautiful. From your experience as a sailor, you would remember that whirlpools usually don't happen like in nature. They don't happen that close to shore, especially in shallow water, such as where that is. Something doesn't seem quite right. Whirlpools are like usually in very deep water. They're quite large usually. Um, this is definitely not naturally occurring, at least.
Uh, do our spellcasting friends know the light spell? The light cantrip?
I do, yeah.
I also do.
I pick up a rock and I ask one of you, can you cast light on this? And we can throw it in there and see what happens.
Sure, I'll do so.
Yeah.
So when Julius casts the light spell on the little pebble, I toss it into the whirlpool and see where it travels.
Yeah. So you.
Cause,
Sorry?
well, because it's shallow and it's confusing. I just kind of want to like get a sense of what's happening with the current, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you go ahead and chuck that into the water. Kind of follows the natural pattern of the whirlpool down a little bit. Like, kind of, like one of the little coin things where you put it in and the coin kind of swirls down.
Yeah.
Um, the rock kind of follows a similar spiral to that, following the current of the little whirlpool, and then it kind of plops up right at the eye of the whirlpool and then plummets and the light disappears.
Oh, interesting.
And a
So
couple
there's like
moments.
a
Sorry.
hole there. You go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and a couple moments later, you see the rock or the little pebble kind of resurface. As it resurfaces, it kind of starts to rise about, just like kind of rises up, and then emerging from the whirlpool, you see a creature sort of holding onto the rock as it still is illuminated. And it just kind of glares at all of you.
May I identify it?
Go ahead. I will say you guys can all do. You can use a Recall Knowledge Society check.
No.
I think I'm going to use my hero point on that.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You know, I'm gonna also use my hero point. I would like to
Go ahead.
see if I could do any better.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yes I can. Turns out.
Julius, you recognize this as you recognize this as a sea hag.
Oh,
They kind of from what you know of them, they kind of lurk like towards the edges of civilization and use a bit of like their deceptive magical abilities to prey on humanoids to try to manipulate and corrupt and to try to gain things from them. Usually things such as courage, sense of direction, memory, various trinkets as well. Might know something about what's going on.
Okay, everyone, this might be our friend that we've been searching for.
Leshy will ready its sword.
Right, so, ugly, wet woman. We have come here on behalf of the nearby village, whose name I've already forgotten. And
Aquaria.
yes, that one. And we would like you to stop doing what you're doing and give all the things that you took back. Savvy?
What language are you speaking in?
Common.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of just glares at you a little bit.
Perfect. Well, I see we've reached a mutual understanding, and you'll be doing that, and we can just go forward with the rest of our lives without any future violence.
No.
Right then, lads, get your swords out.
You come in here. You smash my seashells, and you try to tell me that it'll be alright? No. The initiative tracker is up. As I assume that violence is the answer.
Violence is usually the answer.
Leshy can understand not a solution that isn't violence.
We request that you return the personal belongings of the citizens of Aquaria. They desire refunds.
And I desire their things.
I desire your things.
Alright. Starting off strong with someone who desires their things. Leshy, it is your turn.
I'm a swing.
Don't forget to target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swing.
Or not.
Oh
Would you
no.
like to hero point that?
I will hero point that.
Go ahead. That will
That's
hit.
better.
Oh, I'm just now realizing they're also currently flanked.
Ah!
So they're flat-footed.
And I will swing again!
That will
Damn!
miss.
Can I swing for a third time? I can't
You
remember
can
how
with
that.
that minus 10 multi attack penalty.
And I swing again! Okay.
Alright, Gabs, that is you. Ellie, you are muted.
I sure am. I would like to try and pull. I want to grab the sea hag and pull her onto land.
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Um,
grapple check. This is against her reflex DC, right?
oh, I forgot
Grab
to
is
actually
against
target
42.
her.
I'm sorry,
Pardon?
what was that again?
Grab is against fortitude.
Fortitude, gotcha. That is still a
Mhm.
grab, so she is now grabbed.
And I would
Get
like
grabbed, nerd.
to use I would like to attempt to drag her. So I think I need to make another athletics check against its fortitude DC.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
I will
right. Go ahead.
do that.
Abs is hauling in a fish from the sea.
You are not going to be able to drag. She holds very firm her place in the water.
I'm going to. I'll try it again because I have one more action left.
Go ahead.
Just heave, ho, heave, ho.
You still do not drag her.
But at least she's grabbed.
True. Julius, it is your turn.
Wait. I'm gonna try to go ahead and hit her with some snowballs. As one does. And I'm gonna remember to target her. 24.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
That's
Since
delightful.
it's a successful damage and a minus 5-foot status penalty to speeds for 1 round. Even though it's
Sweet.
immobilized.
Well, you know, minor details. Where she's just double immobile now. Oh, for only 5 damage.
Above average.
That's fair. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Alright. Ezra, it is your turn.
Right. Because I'm not the quite a close type, I'm going to first back off,
Alright.
and then I'm going to inspire everyone. And then I'm going to just mock the hag. So I'm not going to demoralize, I'm going to use the diplomacy one, Bon Mo.
Yeah,
So
go
I'm just
ahead.
going to just say, you can beat us even if, we were asleep.
Whoa!
Nice.
So that,
Wow.
yeah.
Minus 3 status penalty to perception and will saves for 1 minute. Wow.
She's really hurt by that comment.
Yeah, clearly Ezra is a lot more charismatic than I am.
And you
And that's all for him.
Gotcha. Yeah. It is first going to try to actually
It's a lot of status effects.
yeah. And the bon mot lasts for 10 rounds as well, which is wild. The hag is going to turn to you, Gabs. I need you to make me a will saving throw as it kind of fixes. She fixes her gaze upon you, trying to, like, almost like bead her eyes into the back of your mind to try to cause you distress and a sense of like impending doom.
Our gays, what are they going to do against us?
I got a 20.
Happy Pride.
A 20 is not going to pass.
Oh my.
By the way, I think everyone gets a +1 because of my inspired courage. Does that bump it up?
Does that apply to saving throws?
Against fear effects, if it's a fear effect.
Let me double check. It does. That +1 will still not bring it over though.
Oh.
That is it's a DC 22. As a result of this, Gabs, you are frightened and also slowed for 1 round.
Oh my.
As somehow her glare really gets to you and kind of seeps into the back of your mind, and you're scared because of this. And she is going to then try to use her third action to escape the grab. It's athletics, right? One moment. I'm just double checking. I want to make sure that I'm doing the correct check for trying to escape that.
I believe you can use either acrobatics or athletics
Yeah.
to escape.
I was going to say, I think it was either. I just wanted to double check. I'm going to try athletics. Is that it should be against your fortitude DC, I believe. Will that pass?
Yes.
Okay. She is no longer grabbed then. And since she's not being flanked anymore, she's not flat-footed either.
I don't know about this friend. She's very slimy.
Captain Jane.
All right, so Jane's going to move over yonder and glare menacingly at the sea hag, as she is wont to do in an attempt to demoralize it.
Go ahead.
As soon as I can get my mouse working, there we go. Is that enough?
Yep. And she is frightened again.
Good. Then I think I'm gonna shoot her.
Go ahead. That is going to hit.
Nice. Sorry, every time I have to go click something, my mouse decides that it doesn't want to actually be useful. Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'll go again.
Alright.
Ooh.
Or not.
Remember, you do have a free reroll.
You do have that free reroll.
Yes. I'm going to re-roll that one.
That
Still a
moves.
miss.
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Then that's it for Jane.
All right. Leshy, it is your turn.
Time for swing. Wop chow. Time for swing 2.
Swing 2 will not hit.
Swing 2 will not hit. Swing 3. Damn.
All right, Gabs, that is you.
You're muted again, Ellie.
That's true. I'm going to spend an action to rage. I get a couple extra hit points, temporary hit points,
Sweet, go ahead.
and oh, nice. Okay, it automatically put my AC lower for me, and we're gonna hit her with a boarding pike. Inspire courage, frightens.
Don't forget to apply the rage effect onto yourself.
Where do I find that? I don't see that in the status effects.
Here I go. Let me go pop that on for you.
Okay.
And then you have one action because you are slowed.
That's true.
There we are.
So it lowered my AC down by 2. Is it because
You are frightened.
did I? Oh, that's why. Okay, excellent. So
You're
if
frightened
I
1, so that's why it's the 1.
okay.
That will
hits. And damage. Oh, 8 damage.
She's not looking good. She's not looking the best right now. Alright. Julius, that is you.
Delightful. I'm going
Real
to.
quick.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
Does my frighten go away after I'm done with my turn?
It goes away
Yeah.
after her turn. Oh, you're frightened on her. Yes.
I mean, yeah, or I no, I mean the frightened condition on myself. Does that go away after?
It's after what? It's on one round, so that'll be to the end of her turn because she frightened you on her turn.
Gotcha.
Julius.
Delightful. I'm going to respectfully wheeze at her.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Just gonna wheeze, just a little.
Go ahead, place that cone for me, please, because this could determine things.
I'm gonna really hope it doesn't. I don't know how to turn the cone. Do I just place it in
Control and
neutral?
then use your mouse to. Do you want me to pop it on for you?
Let me try. Then yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Tell me when to stop. Oh, it's not. You can't see it, can you? Do you want? Let me try to move it because I assume you probably don't want to try to hit party members.
Yeah, that's not the goal. Yeah, that's the real goal.
Yeah, go ahead, and I need.
You need to make us a save DC.
I'm not sure if you saw it, but the hag should still be scared because Eerie frightened her.
Was that? Oh, was that Yuri's
That's
demoralized?
correct.
You
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
21 still will pass, but because she is a water creature, it's going to count as a failure. So she'll take full damage and be dazzled for 1 round. So go ahead and roll that damage for me,
Awesome.
please.
We love to see. Oh, the damage. We'll take. I'll take her being dazzled.
Is there anything else that you'd like to do? You have 1 action left, I believe.
Could make it so we're flanking again.
How would I do that? Because I...
Just move down 1 tile.
Okay, cool.
Like
I still have my...
right?
What were you saying?
I'm learning how to use Foundry one little moment. I'm good then.
Alright. Ezra, are you sustaining?
No, this hag looks bad, so I'm gonna just use all 3 of my actions to magic missile.
Go ahead. That will... I think it will expire automatically, so I'll go ahead and pop those status effects off as well.
So that's 3 missiles because I'm using all 3 actions for it. So
Yes.
12 magic missile.
12 for magic missile. Let me not have your token selected.
Oh,
Just
She
barely
wasn't-
standing.
she wasn't quite that near there. Okay, that's all 3 of my actions, so that's my turn.
Alright. It is the Sea Hag's turn. Sort of as almost a bit of a last ditch from being utterly crushed. She's going to turn to someone who shot her several times, and is going to try to start to cast a spell at you. He's going to cast a...
To be fair, I did miss.
True. But she is also dazzled, so I need to make that flat check before she can actually get that off. Now that I realize it's a flat check. Where's my simple dice roller? Nope. Okay. She will be able to see. Oh my gosh.
Ha!
Nerd.
Nerd.
I deftly dodge the acid arrows and mockingly laugh at the sea hag.
And with her last turn, once again, I'm going to do one more. I think I have to do a flat check each time she tries to do something with Dazzled.
Is it PF2e that has Schadenfreude as a feat?
It's a spell in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And then with her last turn, it's going to try to claw at you, Gabs. Oh my gosh.
She's
It's just not her day.
Just... Yeah. It's her time
not
to...
her day.
It's her
And
time to die,
unfortunately,
apparently.
It is her last day.
Although I'm wondering if we kill her, will everybody get their things back?
I'm hoping it'll just be like a cause and effect sort of situation.
Maybe it'll just all work out.
Do you think we should ask? All right, you know what? Here's what Captain Jane's gonna do. Captain Jane is just gonna like saunter down the ledge here and hold her rapier like up against the hag's throat and be like, "All right then. So, what do you need to do to give back everything that you took from everyone else? Or I stab you. Savvy?"
What do I need to give back everything?
Yes, I would like you to be giving back all of the things which you have taken to the people from whom you have taken them.
I need something better, something bigger, something more powerful.
Oh, I don't think you're in a position to make that sort of demand, matey.
Something
Aye.
more powerful.
How about your life?
I will lay down my life if I get to keep my things for it.
But see,
you don't.
that's the thing you're not understanding, is that when you're dead, you don't have the things. In
You
fact,
can
I'll have the things,
you can take
because I
those
will
things
take them.
back over my dead body.
Alright, then that's the plan. And then then Jane is gonna try to stab her.
Go ahead.
Over my dead body. Do it. You won't.
Then
I will say that that whole dialogue would have been an action's worth of
Okay.
talking as you hit.
Oh, you know what? I think that was the wrong
It looks like
roll for.
you did the pistol part of the rapier pistol.
Yeah, sorry, they're not labeled particularly well on the action HUD. Let me pull that. It should be this one.
wait, that's to hit again.
Yes. I mean, I guess it does have the same.
It has the same to hit bonus, so just go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. Much better.
I think through your monologue, you do the stabby to death. What happens, Captain Jane?
So after Jane concludes that the only method left is stabbing, she does. She just kind of like takes her rapier and just pushes, and having already placed it at the hag's throat, I think that's probably enough.
Yeah. You stab the sea hag to death, and with that, we will end this encounter. As the life drains out of her body, you look around and you start to see all of the seashells. The glow begins to fade from them. The kind of little magical essence that was making them glow kind of wisps up into the air a little bit and disperses. And these all look like they're just normal seashells. The ones kind of floating around kind of make their way gently to land either in the water or on a nearby land. But those do stop glowing as well.
Does the whirlpool stop?
The whirlpool does stop.
Can we see anything down there?
You see water.
Let us know.
Can I haul the hag's body on ashore and check for more tangible treasures?
Yeah, go ahead. Let me. She. As you kind of loot for her body, you just find a couple various pieces of algae just kind of on her person, including a couple little bundles of bubble algae.
What is
How
the
pretty
deal
is this
with this
bubble?
spherical algae?
Unless you will hold out its hands to take the algae.
Gabs gives Leshy the algae.
Unless she is happy.
Leshy is happy.
Yeah, the sea hag has been stopped, and all of the seashells are not glowing anymore. What would you guys
Either we
like to
ruined
do?
a couple people by breaking those shells, or we helped them early.
Yeah.
Suppose
Well,
we
at
can
the
head
very
back
least,
now.
we helped
It's fun that we don't have.
ourselves.
It's fun that we don't have any of them with us, so we don't know if we've succeeded or not.
We could go back to town and find out.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Gabs is going to grab the treasure chest, scoop all the loose coins into the treasure chest, and just haul it over her shoulder. Oh, that's weird.
Hey, Julius.
Yeah.
You don't have much time left.
Yeah.
In regards to
Breathing underwater.
Can you recast the spell, or do we need another solution?
If
Can I?
Julius, how many times did you prepare that spell today? Did you only prepare it once?
I don't know. I don't know how to play Pathfinder.
You might have a drain focus item ability type of thing that might let you get a spell back.
Yeah, double check your.
I'm looking at things. Yeah.
You're a wizard, right? Yeah.
Yes. So I can drain my bonded item.
Yeah, drain bonded
Yeah.
item.
Yeah.
To cast one
So-
spell I've already cast.
Without spending a spell slot. So you just get that spell back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
you can go ahead and recast that, so you should be fine at this point.
Oh.
Yeah, are you guys heading back to the village of Aquaria?
we're going gambling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Treasure?
You guys can head back to the village of Aquaria. As you are kind of approaching again, you see the few people that you've interacted with. And Harper in particular kind of swims over very excitedly to give you all hugs and thank yous. I know who you are, and thank you. I don't know what you did, but it worked, and I can remember things. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely grand, Harper.
Fantastic. That is 100% the reason we did everything we did, and for no other reason. And you're welcome.
Roll
Gabs
me
clinks
deception.
Yeah, Gibbs clinks the the big heavy chest over her shoulder and is like, absolutely.
She believes you wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Delightful.
Complete and utter altruism.
So, how is Marina and her frightenedness doing?
Well, I haven't seen her recently, but I would hope that it's better if I can remember things again.
True enough.
Leshy will give Harper the bubble algae that it's holding on to.
Aw, she kind of takes it and looks at it. Thank you. This looks delicious. She kind of pops it in her mouth.
Ah! End of that interaction.
Well, thank you all. Would you like me to help bring you guys back to the beach? I kind of did drag you from your vacation, it seemed.
That would be most ideal, yes.
I mean, do we get a reward from the village?
Are you asking that to Harper?
Leshy doesn't speak, so I can't. Well, I mean, I just want like a statue, you know.
Ooh,
I do believe what my Leshy companion here is trying to say is that we would love it if there was some sort of can you give us some money?
Oh, yes. Let me go see what we can arrange. To kind of.
And while Harper goes to tend to that, Gabs is like, Captain, if I may be so bold, we may have to have a discussion about arranging the issue of payment up front. Just as a team, we can really hash things out. I totally forgot too, so this isn't on you. This is on
This is
me
on
as
all of
well.
us.
But on
Yeah,
all of us.
I mean,
Just all the
this
ways that we
one
can
case,
improve as an adventuring party.
in this one case, if we had arranged something in advance, Harper would have just forgot.
You're quite right, Miss Gabs. You're correct. You were in the wrong, but I forgive you this time.
Oh, you're so generous, Captain.
Yeah, and Harper kind of returns after a little bit with a giant wad of LJ and a couple gold pieces for each of you. Just like a giant ball of algae, and kind of pulls little pieces off, ties them into little necklaces and puts them around each of your necks. Thank you.
Lovely, lovely.
It's not much, but this is what we are able to offer, and as a thank you for what you did for our little village and for everyone. And she'll give you guys each 5 gold pieces.
I've doubled my wealth
Nice.
this day.
Does the village have a bar at least?
This
Or,
is
like,
good because I was flat broke.
does the
You s-
village have a bar or a tavern?
Yes, it does. You have played there in the past, actually. That's how you remembered where this town was.
Yeah, but it's been a couple of days. Maybe someone like traded the tavern for a bubble algae.
No, the tavern is still up.
How does drinking in an underwater tavern work, anyways? Is it SpongeBob rules?
You know, that is to be found out for another day, I think. Are you wanting to go hit up the tavern?
I mean, it took because we have some water breeding considerations to take into account.
Yeah.
So it took us like half an hour to get here,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
a
I
lot
mean,
of that was probably faffing around. So
Yeah.
we drink responsibly because we calculate how long we have to breathe underwater in this context. That's what drinking responsibly means.
I really appreciate not drowning today.
We hit the tavern.
Yeah.
We check in on everybody, make sure they all got their various intangibles back. We put some money back into the economy.
Yeah, but I mean, after we've checked up on everyone and returned to shore, we're back on vacation, so I could just come back here and drink on my vacation.
Absolutely.
But yes, let us have the priorities of making sure Julius doesn't drown, because I don't think Julius would appreciate drowning.
Short
I appreciate
celebration.
drowning, but you know,
Go back to
we'll
shore.
figure out what's the most important thing.
So you guys are heading back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, we'll return back to. Um, you are not still raging at this point. But yeah,
No, I'm quite calm.
Yeah, you are able to return to shore. And as you're kind of getting back to shore, there's a little traveling bar cart that's kind of passing by. And the bartender is calling out, "Free booze! Free booze!" Um,
Wait, are we the only people on this beach? Because I love the idea that before we were going here, he just like took a wrong turn and was like, hopefully someone will hear.
oh yeah, no, you guys are the only ones at this part of the beach.
Fantastic.
But yeah, you are able to get your free booze and return to shore to finally have that well-deserved day of rest or at least afternoon of rest away from adventuring.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah. Unless there's anything anybody else would like to do, I think we can call this here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, wonderful Twitch, for tuning in. We will be back in a couple hours with Sir Bayard running yet another Pathfinder 2nd Edition one-shot of the 16th level. So be sure to tune back in, I believe, around 4 o'clock p.m. for that, Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching. We are Digital Dungeons Academy. If you're not already in our Discord server, feel free to join through the link in the Twitch bio. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.
We hope to see you there. Ha 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 ha.
You're fired, Mrs. Gibbs. Gabs.